We're good to go, and we are on. Hey guys, how you going? So down BK Sport, we are live for the Canberra Raiders taking on the Gold Coast Titans. Obviously, this is my team, and I want to put a disclaimer here, guys. I am extremely passionate for my team. I am extremely passionate for my community, and I want to see the Gold Coast successful. I want to see the Gold Coast Titans pumping along. I want to see our fans, our community up and at 'em. I've been involved with this club for a very long time, so please do not take offense in regards to this stream if there is, a lot more kind of passion and just full on bang, 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 bang here. It is all a part of it. So I don't usually stream games. Now that I'm traveling overseas, I am streaming games. So do understand, I can get angry, I can get upset a lot easier in games like this. But, it's all out of passion for the Gold Coast Titans. Please don't take things too seriously in these streams. But let's get into these two team lineups as the game starts in 5 minutes time. Hit that like button and subscribe if you are new around here, and definitely go check out BKRtravel if you have not already. Now, the Canberra Raiders are in 5th position. The Titans are in 15th position, and this is at Canberra Stadium, GIO Stadium in Canberra. Actually, are we in 15th? No, we're in 16th. No, the Knights didn't lose. They need to lose by 10 more. That's actually incorrect. No, we are in 16th, not 15th. The NRL.com has us in 15th, which is incorrect. But this is at GIO Stadium in Canberra. Now, the Inter for Canberra, Corey Horsburgh and Noah Martin, with the outs being Manaya Watiri and Matty Nicholson. The fullback is Ko Weeks, with the wingers being Savelio Tamale and Xavier Savage. The centres are Matty Tomoko and Sebastian Chris. 5'8" is Ethan Strange, with the halfback being Jamal Fogarty. Corey Horsburgh and Joseph Tarpany are the front rowers, Tarpany being the captain, with Tom Starling as the hooker. You go to the back row of Hudson Young and Zach Hosking, and then the 13 is Morgan Smithies. You go to the interchange, Owen Paddy, Simi Sasangi, Josh Papali'i, and Ata Mariota. The 18th man replacement is Noah Martin, and the coach is Ricky Stewart. This Canberra team has been very good this season, but last week they're up 20-0 against the Bulldogs. This Telstra ad's on. I hate this Telstra ad. But last week, the Raiders did very well in the first half, but capitulated in the second half and got pumped by the Dogs in what was a big comeback round where the Titans actually got to come back themselves, but it was against the Newcastle Knights. They were down 20-0 and won that game. So, look, it's going to be super interesting to see how this game does go. But the Raiders, they're up there in 5th position. They were jostling for first with the Bulldogs for a little bit, but unfortunately, because of that loss last week, it really separated them from the Dogs, where because they lost and the Dogs won, they went to 6 points rather than it would have been to 2 points. Right, so the Raiders would have put themselves well in range. They were alongside the Warriors. Warriors' points differential is still dreadful, by the way. They've got to really fix that at +5, considering a second place positioning. But look, the Raiders have been very good this year. I tipped them for 9th. I've got them a little bit higher. I've probably got them in that 6 through 4 range at the moment, which is where they are. They're currently in 5. I was pretty happy with where I put them in 9th pre-season, but they've definitely shown better than expected so far. Now, the Titans, on the other hand, you got Jimmy Jolloff, Kieran Foran, my man Kieran Foran back in, and Tony Francis, with the outs being Brian Kelly, Isaac Fa'asua Malawi, and Jacob Alagwinki being out. The fullback is AJ Brimson. He shifts from the 5'8" to the fullback department. Keanu Kinney's still obviously injured right now, and with Foz coming back, they've decided to shift Brimo back into the fullback. It'll be interesting to see what happens when Keanu does come back into the team, though. The wingers are Lofiana Khan-Pereira and Philip Sami, with the centers being Jojo Fafita and Tony Francis. You go to the 5'8", it's the Foz, Kieran Foran with the halfback Jaden Campbell. You go to the front rowers of Mwaki Fotawaka and Regan Campbell-Gillard. The number 9 is Sam Verrills, with the back row being Bowie Firma. Jeez, he's unbelievable. And Chris Randall, with the 13 being Tino Fa'asua Malawi. Go to the interchange. Jalen de Groot moves from that fullback onto the bench, with Khalees Haas as well moving from the back row onto the bench. Jimmy Jolliffe and Josiah Pahulu with the Orama Howe as the 18th man replacement. And Desi Hasler is the coach. Look, love my team. Lot of work to be done everywhere on the field. Love our boys, love our community. Want our team to be successful. Prove it to me. At this point, it's like I can't continue just to circle jerk and say they're going to win because they don't usually. So they've got to prove it. They've got to come out. They've got to show the Titans community proud, and they've got to be sick. They've got to be sick of the fact that we're always perennial losers. And if you're offended by that, then unfortunately, you're part of the problem. Because if you're offended by the fact that I say that we are perennial losers, then there is an issue there. Because unfortunately, we have had 0 winning seasons since 2010. 2016 and 2021, we did not have winning seasons when we made the finals and lost in the first round both times. So, point of matter is, I'm going to back in my boys here, but realistically, you tip the Raiders here. But I'm going to back in the Gold Coast because that's my team. Now, quickly in the ladder, because the Raiders are about to come onto the field. If the Raiders win this game, they're on 14 points. They would go into third position and outright third because the Warriors are on 18, the Bulldogs are on 20. The Storm and Sharks are both on 14, so the Raiders are thankful the Sharks beat the Storm last night. So the Raiders would go into third position. Their points differentials plus 48 right now, which is well behind the Storm, but of plus 135, but it would really put them in a great state to take down the vulnerable Warriors points differential next week. So the Raiders will go into third position with a win. If they lose this game, they cannot drop any further because the Tigers and the Rabbitohs are the only game after this, and they're 4 points behind both of them. And there's no one else below the Raiders points differential wise because they're equal to Sharks and the Storm. So the Raiders will finish in fifth if they lose this game. If they win this game, they will finish the round in third position. On the other side of the table, the Titans, they're in 16th position. They're on 8 points equal with the Dolphins, the Dragons, the Knights, and the Eels. They've got a minus 84 points differential. If they lose by 16 points or more, they go into dead last. They go into dead last. If the Titans lose by 16 points or more, they go to last because the Eels beat the Knights. If the Titans win this game, they jump the Knights, they jump the Dragons, they jump the Dolphins, and they jump the Panthers into 12th position. Their points differential is minus 84. The Rabbitohs are minus 62. They'd have to win by 22 points or more to go above the Rabbitohs. That's about it. So the highest they can go realistically is 12 unless they get a massive win. But the game has started here. The Titans will receive the ball to start us off. Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe if you're new around here. And like I said, forgive us in regards to today because we are going to be passionate for our team. That's what I do. And I don't have apologies for how I support my team, but also just remember we're going to be passionate about it. So if you get timed out for saying something stupid, just understand it's kind of like a one-time thing. But it's going to be third tackle for the Gold Coast. They'll be taking out the 15. Olivia says I'm fragile, so I might, but we move on. Take full offense, you dogs. What are we saying? Take full offense to what? North got up by 4, first one of the G since 2017. That's an insane stat. Fit tackle of the Gold Coast to get this ball hit to the 40 through Jaden Campbell. Looking forward to seeing how Foran impacts this team today. So Fozza is going to be the one to kick it, and he'll kick it down to KO Weeks, who's going to grab this ball at the 15 and bring it out into the 30. Now, the Titans have had pretty rough games at Canberra over the last couple of years. The David Fafita no try that should have been a try. There was also the no penalty call in extra time by Casey Badger last year. That was very controversial. That should have got the Titans to win in extra time. So Titans haven't had a really good record down there in Canberra recently with controversial refereeing decisions. The last game they played was actually at Seabus a couple of weeks ago, where the Raiders came back from like 16-0 down to win that game 30-20. Sure, a couple of bad refereeing decisions, but overall the Titans just weren't good enough, and the Raiders were the better team. So you never know who's going to win in today's game, in today's NRL. But you know, like the Raiders, based off of what they should be, what they're expecting to be at, they should be expected to win this game. So fit tackle now for Canberra, and they're going to be 30 metres away, 25 metres away. Hudson Young finally gets taken down. Olivia Reese says, how do we concede 2 tries with the Drag in the bin? Yeah, agreed, but also there's a couple of tries with the Broncos that probably shouldn't have been tries as well, but you are right. Oh, great take by the Loft. Get around your Lofty, you beautiful man. Get around the Loft, baby. Jojo Fafita brings out to the 20. Great take by Loft. Kenny Farmer says, hello from Richmond, Virginia. We're going to see some points here, mate. Raiders are a tough team to read points-wise, but I'd say yes. Last time these two teams played a couple of weeks ago was 30-20 to the Raiders, so 50 points. Yeah. Musselman says, what a game, Titans for the upset. I hope so, man. I hope so. You know, we had a good comeback win last week. Hopefully that gives us some confidence, you know, bringing back Foz into the team, plus also Brimo back to the fullback. Hopefully it changes our team up a little bit and gives us a bit of go forward. So the Titans now will kick this ball into the corner where it will be Raiders grabbing it at the 15 through Sevalia Tamale, and he'll bring it out now to the 20. Dasmate says, this is the team that choked a 20-0 lead to the Kings of the NRL, the 9-1 Dogs. This is the team. Yeah, this is the team that did throw away a lead last week, Mr. Dasmate. It is a team. I will say to the Dogs, though, you can't expect a comeback every week. They've got to sort their first halves out. Thank you, Jay. Brimson and fullback could be a blessing in disguise and might be able to cause an upset. I don't think Brimson and fullback is going to be the difference between the upset or no. Out of the left-hand side, the Raiders are away. The Raiders are away. That's forward. Thank you. That's 100% forward. Dragons fans, sorry that you had to watch that. That's how a referee actually calls a forward pass. But that will be a forward pass there against the Raiders, and the Titans will get the ball. Yeah, a forward pass call, Justin Sundo. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. It was only 4 by about 7 metres. Corey Oates jinxed us. He said we would win 32-10. We had a few Dragons fans coming in saying that the Dragons were going to win 13 plus, and they weren't too far off it in the end. But I thought they were crazy at the start. I did have Broncos 1 at 12 very unconvincingly. You're the only tip so far I've gotten wrong this weekend. So Titans now get this ball at 30. Why do we always get blocker in our games? Because blocker is penalty to Titans. Let's go. Shut up, Jamal. Shut up. Get your walking, talking, son. Get your talking, walking, talking. No, there was a few people, Nathan. It wasn't just you. There was a few people who got into it. So that's going to be a penalty to the Gold Coast. They'll get this ball here to the halfway point. So Titans here at the 40. Give it up to Foz, and then Moeki Fodawaker to the 45. First tackle, 42. First tackle. Balix's Broncos are hopeless. Yeah, well, luckily they won't drop off too far, but they will drop out of the 8. They will go to 9th position for the time being because one of the Tigers or the Rabbitohs will win the game. And if not, it's a draw. That's the worst option for you because they both go above you. So Regan Campbell-Gillard off to Sam Verrills. Foz. He'll get out the back into Brimo. Go Brimo, go Brimo, go Brimo, go Brimo, go Brimo, go Brimo. Back on the inside. Jojo Fafita. Go Brimo, Brimo, Brimo. Jojo Bushka. Try some of the Gold Coast, baby. Huge try. Let's go. Huge run there from Brimo. Come on, baby. That's Gold Coast. Get that up in here, baby. AJ Brimo with a fantastic run to the left-hand side. Great setup there from Kieran Foran as well. Look at this. Kieran Foran fakes that pass underneath the bow. They give it up to Brimo. Jojo Fafita goes straight through the line. Brimo then goes straight through the line with the ball. Steps back onto the inside. He's got Jojo there. He gets the ball offloaded and take that one. Let's get it. Titans lead 4-0 with the kid to come. Come on. Huge try there. Very nice. That's a fantastic run there by Brimo. You can't get too excited though too early though. We did go up 16-0 a few weeks ago. Did go up 16-0 a few weeks ago against the Raiders before the comeback happened. So not getting too crazy too soon, my friends. Not getting too crazy too soon, that's for sure. But we're happy with that one. We're happy with that one. Brocket Sports with the $3 donation says the strange siblings already bolting. Thank you, Brocky, for the $3 donation. Get around you. Kenny says after 2 years off on streaming with you, your team is the worst in the league. That's okay, cool logo. Hey Kenny, how about eat a dick? How about that one? Rysan says they just used the David Fafita try scored video on Channel 9. Did they really? Oh, because it was Jojo. Yeah. Kenny, you know what's okay? Eels are last, and we would have to lose this game by 16 points or more, which is absolutely doable. But yeah, Kenny, feel free to eat a dick, brother. Travis says, I only popped in to see you and your passion. Good stuff, Travsy. So 34 minutes to go here the first half. It is 6-0 here to the Gold Coast. Great run there from AJ. It sets up Jojo Fafita, but Foz back into action, and he's the one who really set that try from the start. Come on, boys. All right, so Titans now. They go to the left-hand side, and Moeki Fodawaker will get this ball here to the 15. Love to hear a Titans chant. I get told that other people are, big time #1, aficionados of Titans. I'm surprised that I can't hear a Titans chant down there in Canberra right now, considering that we've dominated them noise-wise for the last couple of years, to be fair. So Tino will get this ball here to the third tackle on the 30. Kenny says, I literally don't know anything about the league, and the tone of that was in question for the record, not mocking, but hey, you're leading. Sure, but you're very well aware the response you're going to get during a Titans game when you're saying that my team is the worst in the league. No, across the time you've been watching the sport, the Tigers have been the worst team in the league because they've won 3 wooden spoons in a row the last 3 years. We've come 4th last 3 years in a row, but there's still 3 teams below us every single year. So, no, not the worst team in the league, but unfortunately we have had a rough stretch for a long time, but the Tigers have still had a rougher stretch for a very long time. And, they're still, like, if we win this game, we would go close enough to it. We'd be equal with them. It's just our points differential's not that good. We'd have to win by, 20, 40 odd points. We'd need to win by 40 points to go above the Tigers. And after 2 seconds of reading your comment, I had a stroke, Kenny. Fair enough. Fair enough, Zach. So Raiders now get this ball here to the 50, 4th tackle. See, what you'll notice, guys, I'm not saying this about you, Kenny, but what you'll notice for people on Titan streams, regulars will understand this. A lot of people will come in and they'll put like a little subtle comment. Smashing Chris on the left-hand side. Good defense there from the Titans. Fit tackle at 25. look out for the subtle comments, because the subtle comments are usually the ones that are deliberately done just to kind of like tweak you, just to tweak you a little bit. It's not always all sunshine and daisies in the questions and whatnot. But the referee has hit the ball and has bounced all the way to the back at the 35. Liam Candy, get out of the way, bud. The ball hits Liam Candy's head. They're going to have to restart this this fit tackle option. They will have to restart this fit tackle, which is disappointing here for the Gold Coast. It is disappointing here for the Gold Coast, because that was actually going to end up being pretty good for us. All right, so now they put it up again, and that'll be an easy grab there for Tony Francis, who is playing the wing. So Des loves to put his wingers onto the centres on the team list, but actually play them on the wing. No, Nath, Kenny is more of a ferret-legging type. Second tackle here. Jaden Campbell gives it off here to Loffy, and Loffy taken down here at the 18, third tackle. Has Loff scored many tries this year? I know he was out for a little bit, but how many tries is he on this year? It wouldn't be a crazy amount. Not a great set here from the Titans early doors, but Chrissy Randall nearly breaks through. But it's going to be fit tackle at 31. Verrills gives it off to Fozza, and then Fozza down into the corner. That's a really strong kick there from Foz. Ball bounces away, but it's going to be KO Weeks who brings his ball back now to the 25. First tackle. 10 minutes gone in the first half, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get to like Tony Francis. Tony's a good bloke. Love getting him in. Skunkle's a big fanboy. Skunkle is a massive fanboy. Like, he would kiss him if he got the offer. They actually sat on a plane together. I did hear that they were kissing by the flight attendants. But he does have a lot to work on. Lovely has 7 tries and 48 career games. Crazy. Damn. So if he scores today, it'll be 48 and 48. That's actually wild. Fit tackle now for the Canberra. They're at the 45 on the Titan side of the field. 3 tries. 3 tries? What are you talking about? And it'll be AJ Brimson who grabs his ball now, and he'll bring this ball out here to the 20. First tackle. They go out to the left-hand side. Tony Francis to the 25 second tackle. I'm okay with this start here from the Titans, though, but it's just we're so used to them going back. Besides last week, we're so used to them starting off really well and then falling apart, so you just can't get too excited until, you know, the final whistle goes. Gee, that's crazy if it becomes a 300 gamer. Yeah. Yeah, exactly right. What is the record at? 211? By Kenny Irvine? Alex Johnson, what? Is he in second? Is it Alex Johnson in second yet? It's funny because people expected him to break the record last year, but he was injured for most of last year, so he couldn't break the record. And then now he's like in and out again. Like, it just shows you that no matter what, like, there's no guarantee ever. And Saverio Tamale taken down to the 35 on his own side of the field. Oh, Johnson is in second, yeah. Sebastian Chris to the 45, second tackle. 6 again. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Because he passed Billy Slater, who was in third, no? And I think it's like 211. Can someone please confirm to me what the actual record is for Ken Irvine? 4 away from 200. So what was Ken Irvine on, though? He was on more than 196. It's going to be so random to see Alex Johnston in first position. That'll be such a random scorer. Not Kenny trying to justify himself after making that comment. Yeah, Olivia, it is what it is. It is what it is. 4 tackle now, 15 out. 6 again here for the Raiders is rough. 4 tackle, 6 again, 15 out. So Fogarty now to Morgan Smithies, and he's going to be second tackle, 5 metres away from the line. Come on, Titans, hold some defence. We're not good for defence, but just hold it out, hold it out, hold it out. He's lost the ball, I think. Has he lost the ball? No, he didn't. Damn it. Good tackle, though. Third tackle. 5 out. Jamal Fogarty off to Morgan Smithies, and Smithies, that's not... Oh. Well, Tino got that in the end. Fogarty's going to be 2 metres out. Fit tackle, he's off to Manly next year. Rolls it back to Starling, out to Strange. Strange here, Hudson Young kicks it through. 7 tackle set coming up. Yep. Oh my gosh, that's a try. That's going to be a try, lads. That's going to be a try. They're going to flick that back in. His feet are in bounds, and I don't know. That's a great try from Canberra. That's a great try from Canberra. I don't know what you really want the Titans to do there. Like, sure, push it out, but like that for all, that's a good try. But that is a nice try. That is a nice try because how he gets his hand to the ball there, Sebastian Kris. He is such on form this year, Sebastian Kris. He has been really solid. Sebastian Kris has been no, he did not bounce it. Savelio Tamale puts the ball down, but the issue would have been if Sebastian Kris's feet are in. But I'm pretty certain they are. Hudson Young kicks it through, bounces up perfectly there. Yeah, it's fine. That's nice. You can't hate on that. It's just the bounce ball goes up. Nice. That was nice. You can't complain. 693 miles from Gold Coast to Canberra. So we had some travel here. So we're literally across entire country here, west to east. No, this is East Coast Australia. There is no West Coast team in Australia. There will be in 2027 with Perth, but there is no West Coast team. You do realise the entirety of the competition is on the East Coast, right? North Queensland, Townsville, East Coast. Brisbane, East Coast. Dolphins and also Gold Coast, East Coast. They're all Queensland. New Zealand, another country, also East though. Newcastle, East Coast. Roosters, Rabbitohs, Eels, Panthers. Everyone East Coast there in Sydney. Sharks, Dragons, East Coast. Canberra, probably the furthest west nearly of any team. Probably. But they're still East Coast, effectively. And then you've got Melbourne, who are East Coast. So, no, there's no West in the NRL right now. But there will be in 2027 when the Perth Bears come in. That's an insane season. Oh, yeah, you can't complain about that, man. You can't complain about that. That was a really nice try. Now watch everyone flame Tony for that. No one can flame anybody for that. That's freak effort there from a very good player in Sebastian Kris, who deserves all the accolades this year. Sebastian Kris last year was good. This year he's taken it up another level where he's so consistent. They missed the kick though, so we'll say 6-4 hit of the Gold Coast 14 minutes in. But Sebastian Kris for New Zealand was great. I think he played in the World Cup too, and I think he was very good in the World Cup. The Pacific Cup, not this year, but last year, not last year, but the year before that was unreal. Last year, Kiwis didn't really get a great deal going, but last year was good. This year, he's taken up a really consistent notch on a quality level. So they're showing off and saying Savelio Tamale is the guy there. Savelio Tamale has actually nothing to do with that besides just putting the ball down. That was all Sebastian Kris. All right, so it's going to be Raiders now get this ball at the 15. If people flame Tony for that, then they have no idea about anything. There's no common sense. They just hate Tony. If you hate a player for that individual action from another team, if anything, you've got to blame AJ for not knocking it out, which is not his fault either, because it looked like it was 100% going out. Need another GeoGuessr stream. Let's play Perth Bears. It'll be a 7-hour flight. Oh no. What will they ever do? All right, so 4 tackle. Watch New Zealand fans complain about that and say that they've been ripped off. No, they'll play the game in North Sydney. KO Weeks is away here. Oh, Brimmer doesn't get him down. Taking down to the 20 now through Jaden Campbell, 5th tackle. Oh, has he knocked it on? Yes, he's knocked it on. Good work there, JC, to cover the tackle and get the ball from the knock-on. They'll play the Warriors game in North Sydney. I doubt they'll play the Warriors game in Perth. They may do it occasionally, but for the most part, they'll probably play the other East Coast Australian teams over there, because if you can stop them from flying all the way over to Perth, is there a large Islander population in Perth? Because obviously Gold Coast does. Newcastle, not really. Sydney, yes. Melbourne, yes. Canberra, sort of. Does Perth actually, I ask you this, Jay, because you live over there. Does Perth have a large Islander community? Like, is there a lot of Warriors fans, do you reckon, out there? Oh, there is a massive Kiwi pop there. Oh, because like the mining and stuff. Is that right, Jay? Is it because of the mining? Because I know there's a lot of mining and stuff out in Western Australia. I know there's quite a few Fijians out in Western Australia. So, yeah, no, I get it now. Oh, Tony was the one shooting the ball. No, it's not Tony's fault. So, 3rd tackle now, 16 minutes in. Tino will get this ball to the 42. Penalty, come on. Let's go. Penalty, Tarpany, please just shush and please go back on side. Jeez, I'll take the wires of wheat to get there and back. I don't know if they do it though. Maybe a very much so one-off. Maybe like maybe the first game of the season they'll play Warriors in Perth to get it out of the way. But then again, you've also got to think that Perth has to go to Warriors, right? Where are they going to base them? By the way, are they going to be? This is going to be the key teller in regards to who. This is going to be the key teller to tell me if North Sydney have the correct intentions or not. Are they based in Sydney or are they based in Perth? If they're based in Perth, fair play. If they're based in Sydney, I know what you're doing, North Sydney. Yeah, I tell you, if they're based in Sydney as players, you're all over it, man. They're not even hiding it. So third tackle here to Kieran Foran. Foran now to Regan Campbell-Gillard, and then 15 metres. Yeah, just be careful, Perth fans. Don't get too bloody... Don't buy too much into it, because if you don't get your fans to games and whatnot, North Sydney will steal your crowds. Jaden Campbell, 3 metres out of the line. 3 metres out. Sam Farrell's Regan Campbell-Gillard hasn't scored for the Titans yet this season, and that's going to be fit tackle, so Raiders will get the ball 2 metres out from their own line. Kenny says, best name Perth could come up with is the Bears. Is the logo cool at least? So basically, North Sydney used to have a team about 30-odd years ago, 25-odd years ago, 30-odd years ago. They tried merging. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Super League and ARL and all that kind of stuff messed up a lot with the game. The Bears were removed. They're a very historical franchise with a piece of shit organisation, but a great fan base. They've got a fantastic fan base, fantastic ground, just a bunch of absolute dog shit people inside their organisation. The Raiders will get this ball over the 25. So they've been trying to get back in for a long time now. They've finally got back in. They've adjusted themselves to the Perth franchise, and they're merging with them effectively to bring the Perth Bears, where they'll play majority games in Perth and some games at North Sydney. But they will eventually take more games and bring it to North Sydney. I guarantee you. Like, if you don't see it, you're blind to it. If you don't see it, you're blind to it. If you don't know what they're trying to do, you're blind to it. So fit tackle here with the Raiders. They literally openly said it publicly about 8 years ago with the Titans. So the Raiders will drop the ball there, then they knock it back. It's fine. And then they kick the ball over the top. That should be an easy one for JC to grab. Oh my gosh, please grab it. Good. JC grabs it, gets it out of the 10 to the 15. Good run, JC. Still going to the 20. Go, JC. Go, JC, the 25. Go, JC, the 30. Good run. That's my boy. That's him. Perth Emus would be a better name. That would be a better name, Surf Rider. Very historically relevant as well. Those 3 blokes would be proud. They'd be very proud, those 3 blokes. There's not a large population of anything in Perth. Thank you, Zach. Isn't NRL owning the Bears for the first 5 years because they will make home base Perth? I hope you're right. I don't know enough about it, really, because I don't want to hear anything about them, really. But I know enough about it, but I don't know everything about it. I do try to stick away from hearing news about that organisation. Fit tackle, 20 minutes into the game here, first half, 20 minutes to go of the first half. Hit that like button, subscribe. You'll get some circle jerkers, the Bears, who come out and say, oh, you don't actually know what you're talking about. It was just one person who said this. It's like, shut up, man. Like, you know what's happening. You're completely blind if you don't believe that there is ulterior motives in regards to North Sydney's organisational structure over the last 20 years in regards to merging with teams. You could think of it in a lot of ways as like a bit of revenge for what happened to them. I presume they'll play at Optus Stadium. Disagree. I think they'll play at HBF Park. There's not enough of a fan base to play at Optus Stadium. 80,000 people at Optus Stadium, you wish. HBF Park is probably where they'll play out of. And it'll be Ethan Strange. He's away here. Good hold-up play there by Foz. Foz stopped the try there because KO Weeks, if he gets around Foz, that's a try. So the Raiders go... Oh, 4 tackle here. Come on, get back in defense. Hudson Young goes through, kicks it through on 4 tackle. Let's go, Tony. Getting back for it. Foz saved a try there, by the way. Dasmate says, so are they counting the Perth Bears as a new franchise, or will they have North Sydney's history, basically just a relocation? They'll try and claim North Sydney's history. It's like how West Tigers, they try to claim Balmain and West, but you don't really want to claim West history. You would like to claim the premierships from Balmain, but long story short, I personally wouldn't, because you get like 23 spoons amongst all of those West and Balmain years. I think it's 23 spoons. That's a penalty, referee. He's been hot. Wake gets his ball out of the 35, and it'll be fit tackle. But the Dragons, they don't really try to claim Illawarra and Kogarah. Oh, that's out in the full. Foz kicks the ball in the full. It's going to be Ray's ball here at the 40 on the Titan side of the field. They don't really try to do it unless they're trying to go for that 11 premierships in a row and add that in. Like, realistically, they shouldn't. They should be just claiming that one. But if you want to do it, sure. But if you're going to... This is the funny thing about fans, is that West and Balmain fans hate the living shit out of each other, and they love the Tigers, but they'll hate the fans of the other team. Say, if you're a West fan, you'll hate Balmain. If you're a Balmain fan, you'll hate West fans of the team you support. But yet, West fans are very happy to claim those Balmain premierships from back in the day in their merger. So it's a very funny thing. All right, so Raiders here, 30 metres out. Come on, defense. That's what we want to see. It's going to be Hudson Young now, 20 metres out from the line, second tackle. 18.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Hold out, boys. And they give it off. Biggest sporting rivalry. Oh, well, that's through different sports. If you're talking about this sport, it'll be Roosters Rabbitohs, but I prefer watching Melbourne Manly. So third tackle out to Jamal Fogarty. Fogarty then to... Oh, that's a good try. That's a good try. Raiders scored 2 good tries. You know, like that's 2 really good tries. Whoever passed that ball very quickly, that was really nice. And Matty Tomoko's going to score basically right next to the post here. 18 minutes to go here in the first half. And it's a nice try. It's a nice try. Most fans don't even know the Dragons are a merged team. St. George and the old Illawarra Steelers. But yeah, that's a fine try. You know, Titans defense not exactly fantastic. As soon as Matty Tomoko gets that ball, he has plenty of opportunity. Who's got the fast pass there? Yeah, it's a really good pass from number 12 with the Raiders. That's Zach Hosking. Zach Hosking has set that try up beautifully. So that'll be 8-6 here with a kick to come. 8-6 with the kick to come. It's just as simple as that. They've been a better team. It's been 2 good tries from them. Cowboys away at Perth is going to be brutal. Why? No, like all of sport, the biggest... Oh, bro, I'm watching my team play right now. I'm not going into all of sport's biggest rivalry. That's way too deep and contextual. Cool strikes, why did I get timed out for, Jay? I'm not even too sure, to be fair. I actually don't even know. Kenny says, I don't know why I even responded to that, to be fair, though. My name's obviously not Jay. Kenny says, so with it being a, quote, new team, there... Oh, Jay's just timed him out, too. Oh, dear. He hasn't even responded to him. He's just timed him out straight away. Dear me, Jay. Kenny says, so with it being a, quote, new team, is there, like, expansion rules? How are they fielding a team? I know you mentioned a couple of months ago, you explained a little bit about how the development... Oh, he's missed the post. He's hit the post, and he's missed it. He's missed the kick again, so it's 8-6. This might come back to hurt Canberra. Only a 2-point game. Only a 2-point game. Can you guys hear whatever that is? Is that a train? I don't know what that noise is. Alright, so 16 minutes and 30 seconds to go the first half. They've missed both their kicks, though. But anyway, with regards to the Perth getting players, like, there's still... We've got Papua New Guinea coming in. Oh, no, Perth comes in first, don't they? Who comes in first? I think Papua New Guinea is 27 or 28. Is Papua New Guinea 28 and Perth Bears are 27? Or is it the other way around? Papua New Guinea 27 and Perth 28? Anyway, they'll be able to take from Queensland Cup, New South Wales Cup teams. They'll get exemptions and stuff like that. The lot goes into it, but it hasn't been fully defined yet. So Perth is 2027. Okay, so Papua New Guinea is 2028, is it? Wellington Orcas. Yeah, but they won't come into like 2031, 2030 kind of deal. There's still another 2 teams to come in after this. No. Yes. Yeah, no, there's one more team to come in, sorry. And I hope it's... oh, no, it's not Wellington because that's the North Island, isn't it? We've had this conversation. I always get confused about geography in New Zealand. Well, is Wellington South Island? I can't remember. I always get confused. No, Wellington is North Island. So, no, it's Christchurch. It's not Wellington. Christchurch is the one who's going to get teamed. So, Tony Francis goes to the ball. He'll get this ball to the 20. Perth and then Papua New Guinea in 2029. Apparently, they will push back another year. Well, that would make sense with Papua New Guinea. I like that because the Dolphins are rushed in. Love says, one of Perth or Papua New Guinea teams suffer from travel fatigue a lot. New Zealand travel a lot from another country. So 4 tackle now from the Titans, and they'll get this ball to the 38. Only a 2-point game right now. Campbell just smacked Hudson. Good. So Tino, fit tackle to the 48. PNG will spend the money and only have a half a team. Their grassroots is what worries me. and the political system taking a lot more of the money than they're probably suggested to. So it's going to be Savelio Tamale taken down now at the 25. The Adelaide Rams were a force to be reckoned with in Super League. Were they actually good? That was like when I was 4 years old, man, so I don't remember it. I don't really know a great deal about Adelaide Rams, but I know they existed. I know they were part of it. Nathan Strange out to Hudson Young. Perth Reds were also pretty good though, weren't they? They just couldn't go in because the NRL just decided against them, didn't they? PNG needs a stadium. No, it doesn't. It's got Port Moresby Stadium. What are you talking about? We watched Papua. There was the World Cup gets hosted at Papua New Guinea Port Moresby Stadium. What are you talking about? PNG needs a stadium. Hello? Tonga has Nuku'alofa Stadium. Samoa has Apia Stadium. Fiji has multiple stadiums. New Zealand, you know these islands have stadiums, right? Port Moresby has a stadium that has hosted literal World Cup games. I don't understand what you mean Papua New Guinea needs a stadium! I think that's a knock-on from Loffy. Raiders are going to score. Yep. It's going to be a try for the Raiders in the corner, and that's our fault. So the first 2 tries were pure quality Raiders. Oh, maybe not. They're going to check this. First 2 tries were pure quality Raiders tries. This third try is all on the Titans, if it is a try. PNG needs a beach too. Yeah, they're not surrounded by entirety of water. Not surrounded by entirety of water. I think he's onside. Oh, unless the inside they're talking about. No, they're all onside. Oh, yeah, but he doesn't come into the play unless he's the one he touches it after. And Zach Hosking will come up for it. Does Zach Hosking touch this ball with his left hand inside before Loffy touches it? I think this is just going to be... Wait, is this Zach Hosking that comes down with the ball here? Okay, this is hard. I want to see a different angle. Can you show this? Yeah, here we go. This actually is caught by Hosking, not knocked on by Loffy there. Oh, well, arguably he doesn't actually touch it with his hands there. Well, it's definitely going to be knock on here from... I would argue that Loffy doesn't actually knock that ball on. I would argue that Zach Hosking's hands are in it. It just comes down to whether it comes out the back before it touches Loffy's body. But I would argue right there, considering he's touching it, and he hadn't gathered until he was on the bottom, that's a knock on there from the Raiders. I don't see how Loffy touched that, though. And his hands are all over it there. He hasn't got full control of it. Loffy's touching it there. It's definitely a knock-on from Raiders. But they've already called Titans knock-on. But you have to call this as a no-try and just give the Raiders the ball at 10. I disagree that Loffy touches that first, but in the same sense, like, this can't be a try. Oh, fuck right off, dude. I don't believe that Loffy is the one who knocks that on. He's called that it doesn't then touch Loffy. So it touches Loffy, goes into Zach, and you're telling me that at no point that has touched any hand or arm of Loffy. At the end of the day, that is whatever, right? Because at the end of the day, we didn't catch the ball and Hoskin gets it away. But you cannot tell me that does not touch Loffy at any stage. He's regathering it. He hasn't regathered the ball. So how do you justify that hasn't touched Loffy at any stage from top to bottom? Are you saying that he's regathered it and he's controlled it from here to here? Because Loffy's arm is all over it from here to here. So how are you telling me that Loffy hasn't touched that, which would then clarify and justify a knock-on right there? But also, how can you class that as a knock-on for Loffy as it goes straight through into Hosking? The ball then is bouncing around and you've got the arm of Loffy everywhere. If you want to call knock-on Loffy, I don't give a shit. But to not say that touches Loffy at any stage between A and B is outrageous. So it's like, sure, we're deservedly losing this game. The Raiders have turned the tables on us for sure. But I have a genuine question about how you can tell me from A to B that Loffy's arm doesn't touch the ball at one stage. If you're telling me he has controlled it from here to here, you are lying. He has not controlled it from here to here. He's only controlled it post here. So this entire stage in between, you're telling me he doesn't touch it at all. Ridiculous. So 12-60 to the Raiders with 12.5 minutes to go here. Conversion for the sideline coming up. Knock on Hosking touches Loffy's arm. I can't believe that they haven't called that. I cannot believe it. So Jamal Fogarty here from the wing. He will miss again. That's 3 kicks in a row he's missed. It should be 18-6, but it's still 12-6. Only one score. This might just be the yearly TIO Raiders versus Titans controversy. This isn't anywhere near big enough to be a controversy like the last couple of years. Last year's one was diabolical. Like, look at it. Look at the ball bouncing everywhere. When he comes down onto his back and the ball is on his chest, he doesn't have control of it, but he's gathering it to flick it at the back. How are you then telling me that Lothy, who comes down literally on top of the man, he comes down on top of him, how can he not have touched that ball? How is it physically, scientifically damn well possible for the man who comes down on top of him to not have touched the ball at any stage? Because you can't tell me he's gathered the ball in and controlled it from here to here. Every time I look at it, it doesn't make any sense how they've called that. But either way, like, again, the Raiders have been the better team so far. Hosking knocked it on, I feel. I agree. Oh, Jack, you're not going to get the reaction you want, bro. Jack O'Neill says, I mean, look, man, I didn't even celebrate. I went to, oh, yeah, Hoskins dropped that. Not sure when they found that from. Yeah, I agree. By the way, Jack, that wasn't at you, Jack O'Neill. That was at another idiot, Jack, who's not getting the reaction he likes. So, force tackle now for the 40. Jared says, good thing Fogarty left his kicking boots at home. Yeah, no, it's keeping the game in check here for the Titans at the moment. Ball hits the grass, and it'll be Raiders ball at the 45, fit tackle, 11.5 minutes to go the first half. The bunker is a common sense free zone. That Broncos game, like, you're still getting over the Broncos game with that 4 pass. Now, you can't tell me last week it wasn't 90% Dogs fans where the Raiders fans are now. Oh, there was a lot more Dogs fans here for sure, yeah. Oh, no, Regan, No. I disagree with you. Let's be real. Refs have been shocking all weekend. No. They've been shocking for years. But specifically this year, and absolutely since the crackdown that turned into a non-crackdown, what ruined this, a lot of what's happening this season, is where they said, you know what, we're going to crack down the high tackles. And then it was a hard crackdown on the second week. The first week, kind of. Second week was heavy, 18, 19 bins or whatever. And then it was a slow removal of the crackdown, and we're like, well, why isn't that a high tackle bin? Because that was a bin in the last one. Ever since they decided to go for the crackdown and then loosely contain it, that's where the issues have really come from this year overall. And Raiders knock on. Come on, Titans ball hit the 10. Let's get it. Let's get it. I don't know, I feel like ever since 2019, Raiders versus Roosters, the NRL went to shit. Well, it's like the NRL is at its peak in regards to how competitive and enjoyable the games are. It's just the officiating that's really hurting it. So first tackle here, 5 metres out, 10 minutes to go here of the first half. Titans with the ball, 10 metres away. Brimo gets away, taken down now at the 10-second tackle. Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe if you're new around here. Don't forget to go check out BKRtravel in the pinned comment. Tina Fasul Malawi, he's 10 metres away now. He'll be 8 metres out, third tackle. 2 refs needed. Yeah, but people complained about 2 refs when we had 2 refs about 5-10 years ago. Short play, Jimmy Jolliffe! Oh, he'd be held up, I reckon. He'd be held up. 4 tackle now, and they're going to have to take it out to the 10. Don't even bother checking this in the bunker, I don't reckon. I don't think you need to. Skidder says, oh, that's right, read that. Nate says, Regan, the refs have been shitouts for years. They have been. I don't think they were that heavily criticised about 10 years ago. Now they are criticised every single game. Not reading that comment out, Jared. Out to the right-hand side. Kick it through. Yes, Chrissy Randall! Yes, Chrissy! That's my boy. Let's get it. Try time for the Titans. Try time for the Titans there. 12-10 with the kick to come. Nice little kick through there. I think from Foz, maybe. I think from Foz. Who was the one to kick that foot through, or was it Bremo? It was actually JC. It was completely opposite of both those guys, but Chrissy Randall gets the ball in, and it's a try time for the Titans. 12-10 with the kick to come. Let's go. We love that. Nice kick there through from JC, and Chrissy Randall to grab that in as he's coming down and bring it to the ground with that knock it on would be miraculous. I just want to see this in slow-mo a little bit to make sure he does hold it. Yeah. Oh, I just want to see it again. Yeah, they're going to check it. They're going to check it. I don't know if he gets it. It would be a miracle for him to grab it as he's coming down here and put it to the ground. I did kind of think this immediately. Yeah, oh, yeah, I knew it. I did know it, to be fair. I did know it. Oh, well, that's not Kai Weeks. Oh, stop it, commentary. Stop it. The reason why Chris Reynolds dropped that ball is because he's going for it. He's coming down. He's like he's falling down as he's going to grab that. And unfortunately, when you're going to see a back rower like that, it's a very difficult try to make for anybody realistically. So, no, I don't think that's KO Weeks. I think that's just... Because KO Weeks doesn't even touch the ball or touch Chris Randall's arm. So it has nothing to do with KO Weeks. And Chris Randall's under a rush anyway because the ball's going close to the sideline. It has nothing to do with KO Weeks. That was... Unfortunately, Chris just couldn't get the ball into control and bring it down. Kenny says, and this slapdick kicker for the Raiders, will they get another kicker, or is it like a highly specialised position like NFL? No, Jamal Foley is usually a decent enough kicker. He's just not having a good kicking game today. It's just not a good kicking game here today. But no, I wouldn't say it's a highly specialised position in the NRL. So the Raiders, they go to the left-hand side. Knock on. Let's go. Let's go. Titans ball here at the 40. That was good pressure, though, from the Titans. It was good pressure, though, from the Titans. I agree. You know, they're giving it a crack. Long way to go, but they're giving it a crack. Deary me. So, yeah, that's unfortunate on Morgan Smith. He's not in Papa Lee. The pass was too high. Actually hit him in the face. 8.5 minutes left in the first half. Backline, the Blues can all kick goals and special... Not special at all. Well, I wouldn't say it's not special at all, but I would say it's not like a specialised position. Dylan Edwards, he does kick sometimes, doesn't he? Right hand side of the Titans. They've got space, go field, go Tony, the 50, at the 40, go Tony, good run. 25 metres out there from Tony Francis for the Titans. Good run down the wing. Yeah, Total doesn't, you're right, Marcy. You're right. Foz, I bet you probably could, though. It's not like a super specialised position. Like, I've seen David Fafita kicking them in trainings. You know, I've seen buddy Jimmy Joliffe kick one in training, you know, front row forward. Tino, oh, jeez, taken down 10 metres out. High tackle penalty to the Titans. Let's go. Yeah, high tackle. Blockers commentary. You just tune it out, man. I just tune it out for the most part. And go Josie. That's definitely a high tackle there from Jamal. All right, Titans here. First tackle, 5 metres away. Come on, boys. Only a 6-point game. You got Sammy Verrills. He'll go out to the right side of Foz. Foz then to Tino. And Tino's going to be 4 metres away from the line. Second tackle. 7 minutes to go here the first half. Sammy Verrills. He'll go out to the right. Come on, chance. No, nothing's going to happen there. JC trying to get away. Jimmy Joliffe, you've got to get out of the way, brother. Third tackle now, 10 metres out. Sam Verrills, he'll give it off to Tino. Tino at the back, Foz, short ball, Bowie. Good run, but unfortunately good defence there from the Raiders. Take this one off us, let's go. Well, surely you can't take this one off us. Let's go, Josie. Try time there, 12 attempts to come, and they should convert this. It's right next to the post. That's his first ever try from Josie. Damn, he didn't score last year. That's Josie's first ever try. Good offload there from Tino in the line, and Hudson Young coming across just couldn't stop Josiah Pohulu getting over the line. Come on now. Check phone at halftime. What did you message on Facebook or Instagram? 6 minutes to go first half. Levi said, if Titans win, you're going to head straight to the beach and swim all the way to Pattaya for an all-nighter. No, don't need to go to Pattaya, mate. Pretty much anywhere in Thailand is what you can get from what you're talking about. But no, I will be having a nice dinner, that's for sure. Nice. Maybe Thai green curry tonight. It's my off day, so it's like a cheat meal. So I don't have to eat like the 3 meals that we have here. Cheat meal. So it will be... I'll probably have a nice Thai green curry or something like that. All right, I'll check Facebook now. It's better be worth it, Sam. It's better damn well be worth it. But they do get the kicks, but it's a tie game. 12-12, 5.5 minutes to go here. 5.5 minutes to go. Where? Where's your message, you cat? What? Oh, you got ha 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 ha. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, true. Oh, yeah, damn. There you go. All right, so the Raiders will kick that ball off. You shouldn't have shown me, bro. All right, so the Titans now will get this ball to the 10. Now 13 metres away, first tackle. Yeah, you shouldn't have shown me that one just now, Skunkle. All right, so second tackle here, 23 metres out now. 23 metres out. And they'll get off here to Tino. Tino off to Foz. Foz to Bobby Furman. Bobby Furman's going to be 28 metres away from the line, third tackle. Tomcat Soup. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Fourth tackle here at the 35. They roll it back here to Sam Verrills. Verrills off to AJ, and then AJ's going to be at the 45, fifth tackle. 4:50 to go here the first half. What's up, bro? Need Raiders to win, hey? Yep, sure, Samuel. So they'll kick this ball down, and it'll be KO Weeks who grabs this ball at the 5. And taken down now at the 25, first tackle. But see, that's the issue with that, to be completely honest with you. It's like, unfortunately, I've chosen to sit with the fans every single time. Well, not unfortunately, I've chosen to sit with the fans every single time because it's about the community. It's not about that kind of jazz, but it's not a surprise with old mate. Third tackle here at the 40. Third tackle now at the 40. They go out to the right-hand side to Hudson Young, and Hudson Young's going to be 45 metres away. Gets the offload away. Off to Morgan Smithies, and Morgan Smithies at the 50 now. Fourth tackle, 4 minutes to go. Out to the right. Good tackle there from the Titans. Come on, boys. Find a way. At least we're in it, man. Like, at least we're competing. That's the main thing. Jamal Fogarty now will kick that ball up, and he'll be taken down here at the 5. AJ Brimson is going to bring this ball back. Good run there to the 15. They go out to the right side. Bowie Furman plays dummy off to Loffy, and Loffy now to the 22. Let's go, boys. 1 on half-time. Be handy. It would be very handy at half-time. Anything would be nice right now. We were up at half-time a couple of weeks ago against them before they came back, but let's just that one. All right, so 4 tackle now at the 40. Titans go to the left-hand side off to Kieran Foran. Foran off to Bo Firma, and Bo Firma taken down here at the 40. Oh, that was actually the wrong person. Can you change that? Kennick says, go Titans. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, Saul Clarke is at the game in his Titans kit. He's a snake. Don't give a shit about that guy. So it's going to be first tackle now for the Raiders, and they'll be taken down here at the 22, first tackle. First tackle. Now Raiders go off to Xavier Savage, and then they'll get this ball off to the 30 on second tackle. Man, I'm super nervous right now. I'm just happy that they're actually competing though. Like, I'm happy that regardless if they go down, like, again, it's 3 tries to 2. The Rays have just missed 3 conversions. Titans fans says, let's go Titans. Thank you, Jay. That was the right one. 4 tackle now for the Rays, the 45. Now at the 50. Fifth tackle, 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Tom Starling off to Fogarty. Fogarty, no, okay, not right on half-time. Not right on half-time. They're going to score. I knew it was coming. That's why I was so nervous. I knew it was coming. So it's going to be 16-12 with the kick to come. The Raiders will score. 2 minutes to go in the half, and they will score. Spewing, man. Absolutely spewing. 1:50 left in the first half, and the Raiders find a way down this right-hand side. I don't know. I could just feel something coming. That's why I was so nervous. And Hosking will score. 1.5 minutes left here the first half. Only 4.5 I made. I didn't even really notice. Damn it, it's a nice try too. Unfortunately, yeah, Jojo Fafita just kind of gets beaten on the inside. It's not even really Jojo's fault there. Kieran kind of gets beaten on the outside, and then Zach Hoskins away in the middle. One try, no biggie. Sure, but it's 2 tries because ultimately it's because Jamal Fogarty has missed 3 kicks that it's even this close. If it wasn't for that, this would be going on a 12-point game if he gets this kick, which he should get because he's right next to the post. Like, realistically, this is now 4 tries to 2. So it's a bit of a facade in regards to the score because the Raiders have actually scored 2 more tries. Yeah, hopefully Fogarty does miss again. Wait, has he gotten the kick so far? 4, 8, 12, 16. No, he has missed every one, but they shouldn't be missing this. Oh, no, I'd say that's flat. I think that's okay. It's not like that try from Ezra, the pass from Ezra Mam in the previous game. Not like that one. 37 seconds to go here in the first half. All right. Jamal Fogarty to put it over. You would assume, surely he doesn't miss this. Actually, no, he has gotten a kick, hasn't he? Oh my gosh, he nearly missed it, but he does get it. It's 18-12. I swear he has got it on a kick or something. Why? Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the previous game. I don't know why. Because, yeah, no, he has missed 3 kicks so far. Not 4. Anyway, so it's 18-12. 18-12, 36 seconds to go the first half. Yeah, look, it's only 1 try, but it's 4-2. Not massive fan of conceding right on half time like that. Not a massive fan of it. Damn, this is a pretty low crowd though. Like, considering it's a Sunday afternoon in Canberra, like, this is a pretty low crowd. Look at how many seats are available. Like, for a team who's currently in the top 4 playing for 3rd position, like, you're in 5th position now, but like, if you win, you go to 3rd. Like, I'm surprised that they don't have a bigger crowd there. 19 seconds left in the first half. This surely will be the halftime score. Now 3rd tackle here at the 30. Tom Starling gives it off here to Josh Papali'i. And Papali'i 4th tackle. This should be it right now. Will the siren go before he gets it off? No, they play it. Jamal Fogarty at the 50 of Takeo Weeks. Oh, don't let him score now. Don't let him score now. They get it off. Inside kick. Big kick in through the middle. The ball will bounce awkwardly. Oh my gosh. Who scored? No, it's all right. Jaden Campbell got there. If they had a score there, that would have been brutal. So it's gonna. I'm pretty certain Jaden Campbell gets to this, but this is super close. I'm pretty certain JC gets there though. Oh, is he onside anyway on the inside? I think he might be on. Yeah, Hudson Young is offside, but he stays out of it. Yeah, he pulls out of it, so that's fine. The other guys are all onside. And then JC and Sebastian Chris through there. I think JC is going to get this. Yeah, JC gets it. That was close, though. Like, Ethan Strange nearly got it. But all right, there we go, guys. So it's going to be no try, and it's going to be end of the first half. 18-12 here to the Raiders. They score 4 tries to the Titans 2. I'm going to run off to the bathroom here, guys. Have a quick little break here at halftime because we've been going for a game and a half now, basically without a break. Obviously, hit that like button and subscribe. I will be back in about 5 minutes' time for the second half, as hopefully the Titans can find a way to get back into this game, despite the fact that they are down 4-2. But all right, guys, I'll see you in a bit. Sorry, I realised the curtains came over the top of it, but we're back anyway. We are back anyway. Do we need to call Search Brigade? What did it look like, actually? Oh, it was just like that. Okay, fair enough. They have... I don't know what that's happening there. Anyway, guys, if you are just tuning in, it is still half-time. 18-12 to the Raiders. They've scored 4 tries, 2-2. Titans have been competing, but at the end of the day, the Raiders have just kind of had the edge, and unfortunately, they scored right before half-time to separate it, to make that 6 points. Now, the Titans did have a very good second half last week, but that was against the Newcastle Knights, who obviously lose a lot. They do lose a lot, whilst the Raiders actually threw away a second half lead against the Bulldogs last week, but obviously the Bulldogs are a very good team. So, look, I don't expect the same thing to happen. With that being said, though, you can look at that and go, well, the Titans came back last week and the Raiders fell off last week. I don't think that necessarily is a likely option in this game, but I hope so. Hey, listen, I hope so. I hope it happens. I am looking forward to a Tiger and Curry after this, though. That's for sure. He's not at Fit Camp, he's at a knock-on shop. No, I'm definitely at Fit Camp, man. I'm 5 days deep in now, which is like, I'm feeling great already. I'm feeling great already. I've still got like 6 weeks to go. I've got a long time to go here. It's full on, man. Every day is full on. It's a band camp. Well, one time at band camp, some crazy shit happened. Injury concern for Pat Carrigan after nasty head clash. Oh no, is it to do with his lip or his jaw? I think he's looking like there might be something to do with his jaw there. I hope he's alright. Actually, how are the stats really looking in this game, though, quickly? Team stats, possession-wise, 54% to the Raiders, 46% to the Titans. 89% completion rate for the Gold Coast is actually really good. 17 from 19, whilst the Raiders have a 80% with 16 from 20. 1,044 run meters to 828. It's actually pretty similar considering it's 103 runs to 87 in favour of the Raiders. Post contact is well in favour of the Raiders, but that's with an extra 17 runs, 16 runs. 6-3 line breaks wise Raiders way. 21-7 tackle breaks is crazy. Average set distance, both teams are killing it here. 43.61 for the Titans, but 52.22 for the Raiders is diabolical for the Titans. Like that's ridiculous. That's an incredible average set distance there for Raiders. Play the ball speed is very slow for the Titans at 3.7. That's extremely slow. 3.39 is pretty bare, pretty okay. 10 offloads to 2 Raiders way. Dummy passes, 13-0. Titans never make dummy passes, to be fair. And then defensive tackle effective. Oh, jeez, this is a tale of 2 different games. 94.33% on the effective tackle percentage is amazing for the Raiders. 183 tackles made, 7 missed, and 4 ineffective. That's great. The Titans, 82.89. The bare basic is 88%. They're at 82.89. That's awful. 189 tackles made. So only 6 more tackles made, but 21 missed tackles and 18 ineffective. Like that is diabolical. That's effectively 39 bad tackles. Like not just missed and ineffective. 39 bad tackles from 189 made tackles. That is 82.89% is really poor. That is really poor. 4 errors to the Raiders, 3 to the Titans, 3 penalties conceded against the Raiders, 0 to the Titans, which is good discipline-wise. But yeah, that defense is really rough for the Gold Coast so far. Really rough. Yes, I am in Thailand at the moment. I am in Thailand. But look, it's a good completion rate. It's just that defense is dreadful. Jeez. Like, that's one of the worst defense stat lines I've seen this year. That's how bad that is. That is how bad. Paddy is fine, match confirmed. Oh, I was just looking at what it said here on Fox League. On Fox, sorry. I was just looking there. I just want to see something here on my phone quickly. Is India and Thailand similar? You know very well in that question that they are completely and obviously opposite. That's like asking me if Antarctica and Australia are similar. You know very well they're extremely different. Still waiting for the second half. Oh, might go get like a... I did get a massage last night. It was like a foot massage. It was really good. I might go get like an actual full massage tonight. Because again, it's included with this, with Palapon. So I might go get a full massage tonight. Because I need it. But I just can't wait to go into that aircon. I wonder if that's from today. Hold on. Is that sounds good? Is that from today or Tuesday? Or when can I go in? Or when can I go over? So, bang, there we go. I can't wait for that aircon, man. Where are you casting from? I'm in Hua Hin in Thailand. Hua Hin in Thailand. For the last few months, you've seen me in India, where I was in Udaipur, Delhi, Agra, and Jaipur. Did I stream in Vegas? No, I didn't stream in Vegas. I did stream a game in Hawaii though, didn't I? Broncos Roosters or something. I think I streamed one game in Honolulu. But yeah, no. Now I'm in Thailand for the next at the very least 2 months. Your stalker mate has gone AWOL. Yeah, he's disappeared a little bit. Well, I'm in New Zealand. Well, love the old New Zealand. I was there last year when the Titans were able to get a nice little victory dance on Anzac Day. I was there. That was my first time in New Zealand and had a great time. Had a great time. 27-24. Tanner Boyd had a good game for us before he actually moved over to you guys. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, no, I would say New Zealand's great. Still quite expensive though. I think cost of living is quite expensive in New Zealand too, isn't it? I know Australia's really bad for it, but is New Zealand also really bad for it? I'm not too sure. Both stalkers are AWOL. You're talking about your stalker, Mr. Skunkle. Your stalker's a little bit different. Actually, 3 stalkers have been missing because your girlfriend's gone for a while now, Skunkle. She'll pop in at some stage, but your girlfriend's been gone for a while. All right, so Titans back out in the field. Oh, New Zealand cost of living is worse than Australia. There you go. Yeah, cost of living has risen here in New Zealand. Yeah, any kind of Western country, like a major Western country, the cost of living has gone through the roof. Which is very unfortunate because like Australia used to be, it still is such an incredible country, but it's just so expensive to live there. If you make good money in Australia, you're living an unbelievable life. But if you don't make good money in Australia, then it's tough. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. All right, so the Raiders are out in the field here. Only a 6-point game, but the stats defensively did not favour the Titans there. Dollar is weaker and everything is more expensive. In New Zealand, there you go. Except for, as we found out with you last year, sir, the vapes. They're cheaper, aren't they, Sam? They're cheaper over there. They're actually completely banned in Thailand. It's actually very difficult to even find them here. They're completely banned. Which you wouldn't have expected from Thailand, but I think it's because of the big tobacco companies and whatnot. New Zealand is worse. That's why they all moved to the West Island. The West Island. No, New Zealand's out. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Australia is the West Island, and New Zealand is Australia's East Island, but it's still part of Australia. Just live off vapes, cost of living solved. Yeah, fair enough, Skunkle. Fair enough. So, second half of start here. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Raiders with the ball. 18 minutes out of their own line. I will not be live with the Rabbitohs versus Tigers, guys. I will not be live with Rabbitohs Tigers. Second tackle here for Canberra at the 25. Just can't let it get away from us early here. If you can get yourselves in and compete throughout. Like, again, last week they were down 20-0 and they came back to win. Raiders were up 20-0 and they lost to the Dogs. So hopefully we can try and emulate what happened last week with both games, but very different oppositions. Western prices are outrageous. Yes, they are. Especially when you go to America when it's Western prices doubled plus tip and tax isn't included. Alright, so the Titans now will get this. Oh, the Raiders get the kick, and they're going to score a try. Did he score? Has he actually put the ball down? Oh, it is going to be a try straight away. Lovely. So it is going to be 22-12. We've got the kick to come. That's exactly what we didn't need. Minute into. Yeah, I'll go live for pretty much every game, Kenrick. I sometimes choose not to do games, but the big games I'll always be doing. Yeah, I'll definitely be live for State of Origin. State of Origin will be huge. I was live for the 2 women's State of Origins. Plus we do Pacific Cup, obviously, all the internationals and whatnot. They brought back the kickoff. What do you mean? But yeah, no one unfortunately runs towards the ball there, and it's just going to be a free grab there for Xavier Savage, who... Well, you didn't actually see the ball go down there. I'm just saying, the referee has called that as an assumption as a try, but where the ball actually visibly touched the ground there, he's just assumed that that's a try. Whatever. It is what it is. Skunk says, how's that grounded? There's no visible evidence to say that was grounded. Like, the referee has just assumed that that's touched the ground there. Unless we see from another angle here that it goes down. And, on this side. No, this side showed it. This side showed. The other side showed that it didn't look like it went down. This side behind did show it. Just checked, it was New Zealand. That is a lot cheaper, Bailey says. Are you looking at cost of living, though? Because you've got to remember, the dollar is weaker, and I'm pretty certain oil is more expensive, like for gas and stuff. So it's 24 to 12 here, with 37 minutes to go here of the game. I don't know if you have checked that correctly. So for context, if people don't know what he's talking about, Bailey is saying that he's checked and that New Zealand is a lot cheaper than Australia. I don't think that's probably right based off of what other people are saying here. There's also a lot more opportunities in Australia. That will enhance the problem. Bailey uses Bing. There's a lot more opportunities in Australia as well, which would definitely enhance the problem more so in New Zealand, where the opportunities are a lot more limited. Google does say New Zealand is cheaper, apparently. Lucas, has been a found round of games so far to me. He's saying sound? I don't even know. So second tackle now at the 30. Oh, don't let it blow out here, Titans. Come on, man. Don't let it blow out. Been a good round of games so far, in my opinion. For the most part, Eels and Knights were shit house. This is on the precipice of being shit house if the Raiders continue on with it. Roosters versus Bulldogs was great. Dolphins Warriors was a great finish. Broncos Dragons was great. And Manly Cowboys was... So it's kind of been 50-50, but I would say for the most part I've enjoyed this round, yeah. I'm alright. Hey mate, when you come to Thailand, been living here the last few years, what cities are you visiting? I've been in Thailand for a week, mate. I'm in Hua Hin, man. I'm in Hua Hin for about 2 months, man. I went through Bangkok. Yeah, I arrived from Delhi on Sunday. Last Sunday. So second tackle, they go to the left-hand side. Loffy now, and Loffy is going to get this ball to the 11. COL, cheaper salaries, lower for New Zealand. So you're saying, like, what's the minimum wage in New Zealand? What is the minimum wage? Very odd, though, because every Kiwi you talk to says it's screwed over there. Maybe that's because to them it's screwed, but then when they come over to Australia, they feel like they're making more because they are making more money, but then the cost of living also goes up. So they feel like they're probably getting a lot more money, but then maybe not so much because they're able to, I don't know, I'm not sure. Maybe it's to do with the fact that their minds think that the higher wages is more for them, but it's not because everything else comes in. Last time I checked in, you were in India. Have a good trip, my man. Yeah, no, I was in India until last Sunday. I was in Udaipur for like 3 weeks. I was in Agra for 4 days, which was 4 days too long, besides going to the Taj. Jaipur for like 17 days. Delhi for like 2 weeks. Yeah, no, or 2-3 weeks. Yeah, we had a good time, man. I probably would have been there for another month if it wasn't for the India-Pakistan stuff. Aiki says, looking extra caramel today, Blaze. Yeah, maybe because it's the lighting, or maybe because I'm getting a bit more of a tan here in Thailand, even though I've usually got a tan for the most part. All right, so it's going to be Raiders the ball to 20. They're kind of just pulling away at the moment. 10 minutes out. I went to the Eels versus Knights game. OCE says, I'm so sorry that you had to put yourself through that game. So sorry that you had to go and watch that one. And knock on from the Titans, and this is where the Raiders blow it out. And this, my friends, is where the Titans go into last position, and I don't argue it. I don't argue it. Organisation, for the most part, deserves it. 28-12 here with the kick to come. So just a knock on there from the Titans. Knock on, gives the ball to the Raiders right on the line, and oh, I can go across today. Oh, damn. I can actually move my stuff across today. Ooh. OC's a Wallace Paris supporter. Well, happy for you, bro. Happy for you. It will put you out of last place because this team is such a rabble that they're going to go into last right now. Truly. They have the audacity to make me the fucking villain for this team. And look at what happens every single week. Casey, are you from the Gold Coast? Yes. Yes, I'm from the Gold Coast. You know, I support my community. The organisation can feel free to eat a dick for the most part. Steve Mitchell, extremely nice guy, love him, but also, you know, I've got to separate my personal feelings to the person and my emotions in regards to the team. And where's your 2 premierships, your 4 premierships since before 2030? Because we've got a long way to go. Certain people in regards to this organisation can feel free to eat a dick, dude. Like, and I don't care about saying anymore. I don't care about saying anymore. You guys want to make me out to be the villain for this club? How's this? I'm in India and Thailand, and this club is going to be in last place. In last place after 11 fucking rounds. 11 rounds, and yet this club has the audacity to say, I am the problem with this club. I am the problem. I am the problem. Unbelievable, dude. And they will miss the kick, so it's 28-12 here to the Raiders with 33 minutes to go. I'm alright, says, if you ever want to go try a good city that isn't too known to Western tourists, try South Thailand, Hat Yai. Hey, isn't that where someone said yesterday that they were in? Isn't that what they said? Someone yesterday, Jay or moderator or anybody here, wasn't someone saying in it that they were in Hat Yai? Best food, close to Malaysian border. However, I know you're up north. We're not north, we're mid. Like, we're in the middle area in Hua Hin, like in the neck area. But I swear someone said Hat Yai. Well, it could be worse. You could be the LA Galaxy who won the title in 13 games without a win. It could be worse. You could be the LA Galaxy who won the title and 13 games without a win. You think that's worse than the Titans situation? We've won 1 finals game in 17, 18 years. And the membership and marketing department want to blame a content creator for it. Truly, you think that's worse? You think that winning the title and then losing 13 games is worse than a club that's won 1 singular individual finals game, playoffs game, in their entire history as a club? 32 minutes to go here in the game. Yolo Warriors says, you guys might be last, but the Knights by far are the worst team in the comp, and I'm a Knights fan. I don't disagree with you, but that doesn't take away from the fact that we're even in the conversation. I genuinely think on a power rankings, the Knights will be last because we beat them last week. But, like, we are going to be last, you know? Phil says, why are they making you out to be the problem, mate? You're far from it. You know, like, I'm happy to kind of, like, say this out of frustration and anger. Maybe the longer the season goes on, the more I'm happy to divulge. But I can tell you right now, this organisation's fucked up. So it's going to be 4 tackle now for the Titans, and they're going to get this ball here to the 30. It's right, though. They can hide behind posting their content creators today on social media for the first time in their entire history, despite the fact that as a club they were talking shit about a certain content creator, a part of that 50-50 for a very long time internally. Happy to go on like this. But they can hide behind that all they like. But that organisation needs an absolute clean-out. So it's going to be first tackle now. Feel free to... I know one of them is probably watching right now too. Feel free to call me. I'll hang up. I don't give a shit. I don't care anymore. You guys did this. Second tackle now at the 25. Raiders will bring this ball here to the 33. Third tackle. 30 minutes to go here at the game, guys. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Ken says, never mind, blame the content guys, bad. Google told me a storm was coming 2 weeks too late. We're going to play the storm in like 2 weeks. Actually, no, we play the storm, in 2 weeks' time. I was trying to cheer him up. Yeah, but bro, you said the LA Galaxy won the title, Kenny. At the end of the day, man, no, bro, at the end of the day, this is all entertainment, right? So, like, I know what I'm getting myself into. Don't think that, like, I'm upset. Like, I'm very angry and upset towards individuals within this club. 1,000,000,000%. But that's not to do with this. Like, at the end of the day, this is watching a game. We're enjoying, we're having a bit of banter, having a laugh and talking about, you know, the sport and the teams and whatnot. Don't think that, you know, like, I'm going to punch myself in the face or get really angry, like, because of this. That shit gets dealt with outside of this. But at the end of the day, I will complain about it. And I will say, and, you know, it's like with Ronaldo Mulatalo, right? You don't like it in the moment. You're like, oh, Mulatalo, stop being a dickhead kind of deal. But you realise it's a part of the entertainment. It's a part of the spectacle of it all. So it's like, yeah, it's all part of it, man. Everything that happens on the stream is all just entertainment and whatnot. But I am very passionate about my community. It's a forward pass on the Titans. Well, as a Washington Commanders fan, we had the worst owner in professional sports and literally had shit from the pipes in the stadium coming down on fans, and the owner sold. That's crazy. That is crazy. Lucas says, Dan Weeks already has 200 run meters. So, second tackle. You got to remember, like, at the end of the day, I'm traveling the world right now. I'm having a great time watching sport, enjoying the game, not necessarily my team, but NRL in total, right? NRL in general. And it's a lot of ha at a lot of the organisation for making me out to be the bad guy here when this is happening and they're now last. Like, maybe they should internally look at themselves rather than looking at content creators of their team. But Raiders here, right-hand side. Oh, look at this. That try's my fault. Hey, Chris, that try's my fault. That try right there is my fault. 32-12 here with 28 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the game. And that is official. The Gold Coast Titans will now go into last place. Maybe India and Thailand aren't far enough away. Maybe I'll move to fucking Pluto. 17th place. 17th place. 17th. Man. But like, that's the thing. That's why I've never been happier with the ability to go and travel, do the India, do Vegas, do Hawaii, do Thailand, soon to do Vietnam and travel the world. Because if I was still going to every single game, seeking validation from the wrong people, going to every single game and watching this, like, my mental state would be gone, dude. Like, my mental state over the last couple of years has been rough, going to every single game. But, like, this year, it would be gone, dude. And then you hear the same dribble every time. Oh, we're building, we're developing, it's coming, it's this and that. Well, what's your future in regards to the halves? What is your future in regards to the halves, Titans? Because you're very heavily relying upon an 18-year-old Zane Harrison right now. Foreign's obviously going soon. You obviously don't really truly believe in AJ Brimson too much in the 5'8". He's gone to the fullback spot today. Do you believe in JC there? Is JC and AJ just a spot fix, like just a little band-aid here for Zane Harrison in the future? What are you doing with Dave? What are you going to do if you don't get the players you want before Papua New Guinea come in and also Perth come in? You have got to get to the market immediately. You have got to get to the market this year. Otherwise, Perth and Papua New Guinea are going to go to the market and they're going to trump you because they have more to spend in the market because they can diversify it across a lot more positions without them having signed those positions yet. So what is the actual Titans' goal here? Currently, they sit in last place, 11 rounds in a year that we were promised that it's going to be a lot better, in a year that we were promised that shit's going to be good. Oh, wait, we heard that last year and the year before that and the year before that and the year before that. And yet, if you criticize them whatsoever, they'll bring you all the way down to the club and complain about you for a couple of hours. Seb Watson says, I just don't get that organisation with the names they have on paper and the shit they put on the park every week shows something is seriously wrong internally. Correct. But you've got to be grateful for 2 losing seasons in 2016 and 2021. You've got to be grateful for it. You must be grateful for it. Must be grateful. Levy says, another weekend of no Queensland teams winning. Bailey says, Titans have so much potential, it feels like all of that has been thrown away. Correct. I am alright to survive for Chang and Shield. No, like, I'm good, man. Again, this is part of the content, It's part of the content. It just sucks, man, because I love this club. Don't like people involved in it. But I love this club. I love this community. I love this city. I'm from the Gold Coast. But, like, I can't even really watch the game right now because, again, look, 34-12. That is a 22-point difference. We had to lose by less than 16. We're now in last place below the Eels and the Knights. Yes, we beat the Knights last week, but we're still in last place. Sure, are we 2 points off the top 8? Yeah, whatever. But, man, it's just so sad. Another knock-on from the Titans. I was going to knock on Raiders first, thankfully. You always find out who the real ones are when you do what's best for you. That is absolutely spot on, Daz. You see the snakes, that's for sure. You see the snakes having little coffee dates. Yeah, 26 minutes to go to the game. Hunter Bailey, Titans have a lot of stripe, but the consistency is yet to be there. I get you, man. I'm a Tigers fan. I'm more frustrated than you understand. No, no, we're very much on an equal playing field, man. I just have a lot of internal problems with the club, like, personally, as well. So it's like, but yeah, I don't think you're more frustrated than us, but yes, we understand each other in a lot of ways, just without the personal kind of shit. Third tackle out to 40, because I've given everything I could to that club for 15 years, dude. Like, in regards to publicly supporting and whatnot. So it really kicks you in the teeth when they turn around and they give you the cold shoulder and make you out to be the bad guy. Skunk said, I just want to be able to support a winning team for a change, not to have to go into each week with the we are going to lose mentality. Yep, and we've had that for 15 years. That's why for so long, man, people criticise me for it, and fair enough. But, you know, I've always tried to support my team. I've always just publicly come out just trying to say, listen, I want the Titans to be successful. I'm going to back them in. Yes, they may not be good, but I'm just going to say they're going to win because I'm really hoping and willing it to happen because one day surely it will happen because you see other teams do it. You know, I just wanted our team to be successful, man, at some point. Like, just be competitive. But Raiders will get the ball here at the 10. It just never came. And that's why now, with the way they try to twist it around on me, I was just like, fuck yeah. Now, I'll be realistic. And being realistic is better, but it's also a lot more negative and heavily critical but with a team who's bad. Like, I could sit here and be like, oh, it's okay next week, but we've done that for long. We've done that for a long time. If you do that for so long and yet nothing changes, well, then you're just mollycoddling the team. Good word there, isn't it, Chris? Seb Watson says, maybe it needs a last place finish to break down the shit that they have in place. Phil says, man, I love your content. I don't understand how you creating content promoting the team makes the club see it as a negative. Fit tackle now for the Raiders at the 45. I appreciate your comment, bro. I appreciate your comment. So it will be AJ who takes his ball at the 20. Unfortunately, yeah, anyway. Second tackle here at the 25. Celine says, if the Titans lose, do they drop to the bottom? Yes. If they lose by 16 or more, and they're currently down by 22, so yes. There's still 23 minutes to go here still, though, so if they score and convert, Jeez, that was a loud honk. Did you hear that? Bailey says, the Titans board really needs to look at themselves in the mirror. Oh, Titans nearly break away, but they'll be taken down at the 42. And this is the thing, right? They score here. Am I meant to celebrate? You know, if they score here, are you like expected to still... Oh, the Titans might actually score here. No, the Raiders will get it, and they'll be taken down 1 meter. Oh, no, they'll be taken back in goal. That's all my motions? Yeah, it will be a dropout. I'm a Broncos fan, but I have a lot of respect for the Titans. You should have a lot of respect for the fans who still continue to turn up for this team. Not for a lot of the people within the organisation. Don't bother sending an email, by the way. 22.5 minutes to go here the game. Jamal Fogarty here to drop it out. Alright, and that's going to be kicked down deep, and the Titans will pick it up here at the 45. And Regan now will get this ball here to the 33. That's a frustrating thing, man. I love these lads, you know. But what's their future plans with the halves? What do they do with AJ and JC? Are they going to keep JC there, or are they going to push him into the 6 because Zane Harrison's a 7? He's not 6 unless you're putting Zane Harrison into the 6, which isn't normally his position. Well, what are you doing with JC if you're going to keep AJ as a 6? Or are you going to go look out for a 6 because Kieran Foran's gone soon? But then what do you do with AJ? Because Keanu Kinney's going to come back in. He's going to want to play fullback, and he's going to play fullback. In regards to the centers who leak points a lot, oh, good run, Jojo. Good work, Jojo. Good stuff, Jojo. So 34-16 with the kick to come. 21.5 minutes to go here of the game. Storm will be hard, especially not losing their second game. Do we play Storm next week? Isn't it the week after? Is it next week? Yeah, but Storm do lose out some players to Origin. No, we're the bye. Oh, so they'll... When do we play them? We play them on Saturday at 12 p.m. my time, so 3 p.m. Queensland time. Sure, but like both teams are kind of heavily impacted by Origin in the midweek Wednesday game. Both teams would be. Alex's Blaze, it's time to get on the GC Suns, an organisation actually going well and getting better. Well, I like the Sunnies, man. Like, I'm a Geelong fan because I was a Geelong fan before the Suns even actually existed. My stepdad at the time was a Cats fan from Geelong. But in the last couple of years, I've been really kind of... I'd prefer to see the Suns win than the Geelong Cats. If Geelong played Gold Coast in the grand final, I'd want the Gold Coast to win. And that's because I've seen Geelong win it. But also, secondly, the older I've gotten, the more I'm proud of my home, of the Gold Coast, and the people that I've grown up with, and people I love, and the people who have shaped my life. You know, so I'd prefer the Gold Coast to win over Geelong. That doesn't mean I'm not a Geelong fan. It's just that the older you grow, the more you really truly connect with your home. and Gold Coast is my home. So, yeah, look, Geelong are still going well this year. Suns are going well, Geelong are still going well this year. But I would love to see the Sunnies win it, 100%. Cameron Ling was his stepdad. Cameron Ling was not my stepdad, the old Lingy. But yeah, they were, old Cameron Ling. What a player. The stepdad at the time was actually really close mates with Gary Ablett Senior. I think he's like one of his best mates. But senior, not junior. Suns have won a comp VFL. Sure. we'll give you that. 20 minutes to go. Hit the game, guys. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry that Titan streams are always this negative, but, what do you want me to do? My team's currently, sitting equal with Eels in last on the same points differential right now. There's just never a positive hope for this team, dude. I've given everything to them for so long, and you just get sick of it. You get sick of it, but I'm going to go enjoy a nice Thai green curry tonight. Might get a massage, might go have a bit of a swim in the beach after this. Going to move into an aircon room, life's good, man. It's just unfortunately, I just can't wait for the I won't go to a Titans game again until they change the organisation. Like, I will promise you right now, I'll say this right this second, Raiders will knock the ball on. Titans score here, it's game back on. But I promise you I will not go to another Titans game until they change the organisation. Unless it's a grand final. You are my positive light in a very dark Titans tunnel. I'm a positive light, Skunkle. If I'm a positive light right now, God help you, man. God help you. Dead set. Tasmate says, be grateful, 18 points against 5th place. Shut the fuck up. Be grateful. Oh, dude, yeah, we scored 20 points against them a couple of weeks ago, and yet we lost 30-20. Hey, listen, if we can score here, we might be game on, and that's going to be a penalty to the Titans at the 20. But they're still going to score 3 converted tries, or 2 converted tries and a try to get back in. Hey, good ball. Yeah, Gary Ablett Senior, absolutely good ball. He's one of the best players of all time. Would you have Gary Ablett Senior or Gary Ablett Junior ahead of the other one? So inside 10 metres there from the scrum. So the Titans will get a scrum penalty here from 25 metres out. Another scrum penalty in sin bin. That would be nice. All right, they give it off here to Phil Sami, and Phil Sami is going to be 15 metres away from the line, first tackle. Come on, lads. I don't give a shit about the organisation, but I give a shit about these boys and the fans, so I'd love to see us get the win here. 6 again now for the Titans, 13 metres out of the line. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on, Wakeford to wake up. He'll go out to the left-hand side. Come on, boys. Get this out to Bo over the top. Intercept. Intercept, and the Raiders are away. 35. Giovanni Patella says, you're in a different country, living live, traveling, organisations back home, wondering who to blame for this result. Yeah. it's true. And you know what? Out of all that, the one person that they won't blame is themselves. The one individual that they won't blame is themselves. It's everybody else's fault but theirs. The Milford one, always a joke. Because it was actually taking the piss out of Broncos fans who always use him to blame. Titans organisation, they will never take accountability upon themselves. Never. Never, never. 4 tackle here at the 28. And 6 again for the Raiders. You need to hit a dispensary after this game. Now I'm good, bro. Like I said, I'm going to go for a swim. I'm going to be sweet. This game last year, going to the game, yeah, I'd be shit for a week. But now, you can't be like this and travel in Thailand. I'm going to have a great Thai green curry tonight. Penalty to the Raiders. Go for the 2, make it 18. I'm going to have a great Thai green curry tonight. I'm going to have a fantastic Coke Zero as a celebration. No sugar soft drink for a great hard week of fitness. I'm going to go to the beach for a bit of a quick swim, maybe a massage and stuff. You can't hate that, right? I could get over this very quickly. But if I'm back on the Gold Coast going every game, fuck that. If I'm in Canberra right now, fuck that. 6 again, because I would have been to every other game before that. So Thomas Starling here, 3 metres away from the line. They give off to Fogarty. Fogarty then off to Horsburgh, and he's going to be 2 metres out from the line, second tackle. Preston Enoki says, come on, Sammy, lock in. Get around it. I don't have hate for any individual player at all. It's honestly not even nearly their fault. It's just that, unfortunately, we're just a shit-run club from a lot of departments. And I hate to say that because I love Steve as a bloke. Third tackle, but I don't blame solely Steve. I blame it in a lot of departments. Third tackle, they'll get this ball out the back to Jamal Fogarty. Jamal Fogarty kicks this ball through, 10 metres out, and there'll be a dropout coming up from the Titans to the Raiders. Jared Ford says, trouble is when you get so stuck up their own assholes, they can't even see their own shit. My dad used to restructure league clubs across New Zealand. Yeah, this is definitely a... yeah, Jay, I know. This is definitely a club that needs a good Gus Gould restructuring. Jay says Thai has great 420. Just saying, yeah, they do. Yeah, it's in corner stores, bro. Weed is legal in Thailand. Weed is quite literally legal in Thailand. 15 minutes to go here. First tackle of the Raiders. 15 minutes out. Mark says I'll be headed to Asia in a couple months. Also, whereabouts in Asia are you going to, man? Second tackle now. 10 minutes away from the line. I appreciate you for tuning in, Tristan. I won't get into it. But I appreciate you for tuning into the stream, bro. I think I've said enough for today. And the Raiders will knock that ball on here at the 12. I think I've said enough here for today, man. Giovanni says, beautiful. I'm having a bacon mozzarella, bolognese, calzone, and a fried calamari. I don't think I can have that because it's a cheap meal, but I'm not going to have it like a big cheap meal. I saw it. So Captain Challenge from the Raiders. I can say it wasn't a knock-on. It is a knock-on. But I did see like a video of like this New York Italian kid, you know, complaining about how people say mozzarella. Like obviously, when you're not Italian, you say mozzarella. I don't know, you don't say that. You say mozzarella, but apparently it's mozzarella. Is that right? You're Italian. Is it mozzarella or mozzarella? To be fair, this could be called a knockback. This might actually be a knockback. Yeah. Yeah, but it goes backwards from there. He knocks the ball forward originally, and then it gets knocked backwards after that. Mark's starting the Philippines and going to Japan. I would like to see Thailand also for 20 land. Yep. Like I said, yeah, it's backwards, so it's going to be Raiders ball here. Yeah, it's fine. So, yeah, Thailand, weed is legal, man. You can get it in corner stores. There are literally, like, 7-Elevens nearly that sell it. Like, you can get cookies, weed cookies, you can get all kinds of different flavors. But the one thing you can't get is vapes and e-cigarettes. It's completely banned in this country. It takes a lot for you to actually be able to get it. You can even go to those stores and they'll tell you maybe this area, but they won't really have it. So if you're an e-cigarette smoker, you're not going to be able to smoke in Thailand. But yeah, weed and stuff is completely legal here. Haruhani says, come on, Titans. Giovanni on the Italian diet. Well, you can tell with his name, he's Italian. I have a really close friend I met in Udaipur in India who is an Italian man from Sicily. I always love to put on the accent. Even though it's very much like a Mario and Luigi. I don't know how acceptable it is, but we did it. It was good fun. So the Raiders. I find that the Italian accent is the most fun to like have a bit of a laugh and try to do. Because they're so passionate with how they talk and whatnot. Especially about food. They love their food, man. Fair tackle here for the Raiders. His name was Gabriele. And Raiders now, Ethan Strange, short ball, Hudson Young. And Hudson Young will be taking down fit tackle to 5. Kyan says, hope you're enjoying your travels, bro. I also look forward to traveling soon as well. Yeah, just do it, man. I know it's hard. But if you can save the money up, if you can be restricted in how you operate in Australia, then just do it, bro. And I can tell you right now, if you can find a way to earn money traveling, then that will work out better for you, because if you get to like a Thailand or a Vietnam or an India or Philippines, or maybe not Japan because that's a very expensive country and they're going to make it more expensive with the tourist tax coming in. Third tackle of the Titans, now 4th of the 30. You can actually live and save money way better because the cost of living is super down. That's a knock-on from the Titans. It's super down in comparison to Australia. So, for example, Thailand accommodation. I'm about to move from where I am in Canberra to like a hotel. For 5 weeks, I'm getting like 867 Australian dollars. And that's also in, like, I've obviously paid already for my fitness classes and all that type of stuff here in Thailand. You can save money traveling. I sound like one of those wanky influencers who try to like sell you tourist buddy scam products. Always happy to promote products and stuff like that, but like it always has to be worthwhile and good for my community. I would never sell something that I didn't think was good. That's going to be knocked back here from the Raiders, and they'll be at the 20. But the point matter is, I sound like one of those wanky guys. Just do it, man. I know it's not easy, but if you can find a way to do it, you can actually save money and make more money by traveling overseas. Mark says it's basically legal here in New Zealand too. Question for people in ACT, in Canberra. Is it legal in Canberra? I got told yesterday that it is legal in Canberra. Don't do the edibles, they will mess up. I don't really smoke weed, bro, so I just know it's illegal. I don't really smoke weed. I haven't smoked weed in a while, actually. For quite a long time. Salted Fitbacks. There's only one solution, BK. Chins up, wins up, or something. Couldn't tell it was Lockyer talking. Look, all I know is that regardless of what happens on the field, I love this city. I love what this club represents. I love the people who support this team, and I will always back in the club regardless of my personal beliefs in regards to a lot of people within this organisation who don't deserve to have the job that they are. But I will never, ever stop supporting this club regardless of how bad they may be. And again, they are in currently last place. Actually, it's 16 points. They needed to lose by 16 points. So they are currently on minus 100, which is the worst points differential in the competition. Regardless of all the bullshit that happens with other content creators who snake you, who with organisational members who you've known for 15 years who completely throw you under the bus and talk shit about you and blame you. It don't matter who it is in the club. I will always say that the Titans are my club because of the Gold Coast community and the people that are there. Because I've done it with them. I've sat with them at every fucking game. Every single game. Raiders will score under the post. 38-18 with the kid to come. Still a Fetty bomb on chance here. I've sat with them every single damn well game. Every game. I didn't get paid to do it. I was doing it before we had YouTube. I didn't get paid to do it. I can tell you the expenses for traveling is way more than the intake for traveling with vlogs. Right? Streams, sure, we get, some decent support. But with the vlogs, I can tell you the expenditure comparatively to the return, ridiculous. I've been with the fans at every single game for years and years and years now. I've been around this club for 15 years. I will never, ever stop supporting because it's actually the community that I care for, not the organisation itself. So 10 minutes to go here at the game, 38-18 with the kit to come. No matter how embarrassing it is to support this club, and it is embarrassing, and they deserve to hear that. And if anybody in the club who's watching this, I know you're here, if anybody in the club is offended by the fact that there is, this might be a no try here, if anybody in the club is offended by any of the words of saying this club is dog shit right now, you are part of the problem. You are a part of the issue. You are the issue. If you can't see that we are currently in last with or without this try the Raiders have just scored. If it's a no try, obstruction, oh no. Right, no try. Guess what? It goes back to a 16-point lead for the Canberra Raiders, which is still enough to put us into last place. If you are watching and you are offended by the fact that I say to you, this club is in a world of pain. They've won 0 finals games since 2010. They've won 1 finals game in its entire history. You're expecting your fans to be grateful for 2016 and 2021 where they losing seasons and lost the first game of the finals anyway. You are part of the problem if you cannot see what's happening at this club. 10 minutes to go here at the game. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Dave says, we all love you, mate. We'll always love your passion. I appreciate you, man. It's so difficult to do this publicly, but I do it because I love it. I love supporting the community, but it ain't easy. Second tackle over the Titans. Skunkler says, pretty sure you can grow up to 3 plants in Canberra. There you go. Love you too, mate. No, not you, Skunkle. You booked us some shit room in town. Well, it was a good room in Townsville, to be fair. It was a good room in Townsville, but it was on the top of a hill, so you can eat a dick. Kieran Foran gives it out here to Phil Sami. And Sami's going to be at the 54 tackle now. Lagan Borsak says, what would you put the loss down to? Also, you're streaming Tigers. No, I'm going to chill out for the Tigers game. I'm going to go grab some nice food and go to the beach and have a bit of a swim. Go Bowie, go Bowie, go Bowie. Taking it out at 30. This loss just comes down to the fact that we are a rabble of an organisation right now. And if you disagree with me in the chat, for any Titans fan or member of the organisation who might be here, please explain to me how I'm wrong. Show me. Show me how I'm wrong. Got nothing to lose now. I'm not seeking validation anymore. What do I have to lose by telling people here what's going on? Second tackle. T.O. Towers is always backing you, brother. You're such a passionate supporter, brother, and that's why I support your content. Keep it up. Appreciate you, man. You know, like, third tackle of the Rays at 30. Seb Watson says, issue is it is easy to shift the focus onto someone else and blame them than deal with your own problems. Correct. The issue they probably have is you're shining a light on the negatives and they don't like it. So, no. So, the reason why now I shine the light on the negatives is because regardless of what I would do in the past, I was the bad guy. And then there would just be completely made up stories. Just completely dribble stories that I would get brought all the way down for just to be complained about. Dribble! Just like not giving bread to some kid who asked for it. Like, just dribble. Like, I'll never get over that. That was the most dribble thing I've ever heard. Like, the most dribble thing I've ever heard, man. Damn, I can't wait for this club to refresh its organisation. But, like, don't let people who've just been around for many, many years get away with sticking in their jobs just because. Like, dribble, Skunkle, you were there. Why the fuck would I say no to some kid asking for bread? What a dumb comment. And then they realised by the end of the discussion that they were wrong. It wasn't even me. Just so stupid, man. So stupid. Go Gold Coast. Come on, man. 6 again, 25 minutes out from the line. 7.5 minutes to go the game. Why should you continue to put as much as you do in the club when the club backs... Well, I'm doing what I can. I just wish that this whole stream wasn't shitting on it, but it deserves it too. I haven't really gone this hard in until now, but I'm sticking it away from the players because I genuinely will tell you my honest truth that I think the players have been thrown into a bad situation. And I also think that there's certain players who care more than others, for 1,000,000,000%. I could tell you them name by name, but I'm not going to do that publicly. Sam Verrills will be taken down here, 5 metres out from the line, second tackle. It's been a while for you, Rant. Yeah, no, I've left it for a long time. And this is still tail it down too, to be fair. So AJ will be taking 3 metres away here from the line, third tackle. Come on, Tino, he deserves a try. You know what? Out of anyone I'll say who gives a shit, this is the one man who does actually genuinely give a shit about this club. When we talk privately, he is always very empathetic and sympathetic to the community. He is always, Tino Fa'asul Malawi wants success for the Gold Coast. I give you my word on that. Because I see it. He talks to me about it. He is emotional for this club. So anyone who thinks that Tino doesn't care, you're wrong. And I don't think that anybody does think that, but I'm just really re-clarifying that for you. I will never have a bad word to say about Tino. Other players, sure, but I'm not going to do that. But Tino, positively, mate, he loves his club. He loves his city, loves his community. I don't think he'll ever leave. I really don't. I really don't. And if he does, I'll be surprised. But, like, I also will say that I genuinely want more for him. I think that he deserves better. That doesn't mean that I think he'll leave, because I don't think he will. But I personally think he deserves better, and I believe that if he wants to be successful, he nearly should leave. He nearly should. And that's a hard thing to say about your own club. 6:40 to go here the game. Giovanni says, if you shared bread, the Titans would have been above the Dogs. What the fuck? Oh, dude, I'll never get over how stupid that comment was, bro. I'll never get over how stupid that comment was from them. Dead set. Anyway, Jared Feldman says, I remember hearing that Tino skipped Mad Monday with the Storm when they won the grand final to start preseason early with the Titans. A real leader. He is, dude. And the Raiders are away on the left-hand side. Here's a try. Oh, he didn't pass it. We'll take it. Hey, throw the ball back onto the inside. Owen Paddy gives it off here to Corey Horsburgh. Tom Starling, he'll be 25 metres out, kick it through. There's no one back there, and here comes a try for the Raiders. $38.18 with the kick to come. When club management goes stale, trouble, clubs, numbers, fans, sponsors, large and not so large, don't even think about your coaching staff, shortly Kieran Foran. A lot of that didn't make sense, but appreciate you. Little Dark Fight says Tino wears his heart on his sleeve week in, week out. Damn well, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. He deserves better. Tino deserves better than this club. I hate saying that. Good thing I love depression, Sam says. Shame Matty Nicholson was going well in his first season. Oh, what happened to Matty Nicholson? 38-18 with a kick to come in, 4.5 minutes left. So the Tigers and the Rabbitohs still get to play after this game. Obviously, I won't be live for it. Whoever wins that game will actually go into the 8. So the Tigers are in... Actually, let's refresh this because the Broncos would have... No, the Broncos didn't drop yet. So the Tigers... yeah, so the Tigers and the Rabbitohs, they're both on 10. Whoever wins that will go above the Broncos and the Cowboys. Cowboys will drop to 8th. Yeah. Levy says, you could always be an Eels supporter. Explain to me what's actually better. Like, I get you trying to make me feel better. I understand this, Olivia. I do. I appreciate it. But, like, explain to me how being an Eels fan is actually better than the Titans. Fractured his fibula last week at 12 weeks. Oh, yeah, damn. That's a long time. 4 minutes 11 to go here. Well, Canberra justifiably and well-deserved into the top 3. So now it's 20, 18, 16, and 14. And Raiders will knock the ball on, so Titans will get the ball here at 35. I do appreciate you guys all tuning into my streams, though. Like, even like in the games like this, like... Titans games are always going to be heavily reliant upon how the team is going. You know, like if we're competitive in a loss, like it's going to be sweet. But if it's a loss like this, it's not going to be sweet. Now, I would rather give you guys better content, more exciting content, but when it's my team, I'm going to have this visceral reaction to it. So I wish I could do better for you, but like at the end of the day, I can only go back via what the boys do on the field and how this organisation operates. Titans management have to have a hard look in the mirror. They won't, though. They won't. They don't give a fuck, bro. They don't. They think that they've got this 4 premierships by 2030 thing. They've got this idea in their head that the 4 premierships by 2030 is still realistic, bro. Like, they don't even have a plan for the halves in the future. This is not me having to go at you, by the way. I just want to really clarify this. This is me responding to this with my reaction. They don't even have a plan for the halves. They're relying upon an 18-year-old kid who they've relied upon Ash Taylor before. They've relied upon Toby Sexton before. They relied upon Tanner Boyd before. They relied upon Jamal Fogarty before. There was a big mix-up there where Jamal also kind of messed around this club massively, but also they kind of gave him the free will to be able to do that as well. There's so many issues with this club, and they still think that 4 premierships by 2030. They complain about the depth that they have. They say, oh, we don't have the depth in these positions. Who the fuck's fault is that? It's your fault. You are the reason for it. If we don't have the depth in those positions, why are you telling people that you don't have the depth in those positions without recognizing that you are 100% at fault for not having the depth in these positions? You choose the outlay for the team. You choose the top 30 squad. You are the ones that we rely upon. Big Moe Fodawager's going to score. 40-22 here with the kick to come. Good stuff, Moe. You know, like, what do the Titans want their fans to say? Do they want us to sit back and just enjoy the shit that we're watching? You know, like, it's on them. But yet they sit in their meeting and go, oh, it's because we have a lack of depth. Whose fault is that? That's what I mean. They take no accountability. There's no accountability in this club. From top to bottom. No accountability. Look at me. I've taken accountability over the years, and I've gone away from what you guys... A lot of people would complain about and say, oh, you're too positive for the Titans. Oh, you're always talking positive about the Titans. Oh, it's always going to win. They're going to come top 4, come this. That was out of sheer hope and sheer belief in the community and the fact that I wanted it to happen. But I've rectified that, and now I've gone down a more realistic route. And this is the more realistic route. The more realistic route is saying, Why are you trying to pretend like it's not your fault that we have no depth in the competition? Quite literally their fault. Phil says, is there a process of sacking the board? Surely there are other fans that have a similar view as you. Oh, there's a lot. Oh, there's a lot. Look at the Facebook groups. If you go onto the Facebook, I'll go on right now and I'll show you what the Facebook groups are saying. So 40-24 is a score here. If the Titans can score one more time, they avoid the spoon. Now we've got someone saying, let's go up the road and sign Buddy Marty Powell. Oh, shit. Oh, dude. I'm saying I've got to approve posts and stuff. Some of these posts are brutal. Oh my gosh. Couldn't contest a pot of noodles. Hopeless might bandwagon the Kummels at this point. You know it's bad when people are saying on the Gold Coast they're going to bandwagon the Papua New Guinea Kummels in 2029. Oh, you gotta laugh, lads. You gotta laugh. This is why a lot of Titans fans also didn't necessarily like the way I operated as a content creator, because I would never tell the truth. I was in such a difficult position, right? Because like the club wanted me to act this way, wasn't paid, wasn't a part of the club, wasn't sponsored, had absolutely actually nothing to do with the club. They gave me a couple of free tickets to a couple of away games, which every member is entitled to, mind you, but which a lot of members don't actually know this. You are entitled to free tickets to away games if you are a member of our club. It's got nothing to do with anything. You are just a member, you're allowed it. But from one side, I'm expected to be so positive and super positive and this and that. And the other side, I'm getting fans who are criticising me because it's like you're being too positive and you're not telling it how it really is. And now you're in the middle. Well, let's see. You can't ever win, bro. But this is my honest thoughts as well. Phil says, as an Eels fan, I remember there was a huge movement to try and sack our board, and last year, nothing came of it because they don't care, dude. They don't care. At the end of the day, they're the ones who get to decide. Tina definitely deserves better under this rot, mate. I agree wholeheartedly. Titans fans should have a protest outside the stadium. Bailey, I don't know how many will turn up, man. Full-time score there, 40-24 here to the Raiders. Titans will go into last place. You know, congratulations to the Eels that we are as bad as we are. It's the last year they cannot win the comp if they want that 2030 goal. No, Giovanni. No, it was 2 premierships in the men's and 2 premierships in the women's. So the women's is not out of this world unreachable. The men's is out of this world unreachable. It's not too difficult. Well, it's difficult, don't get me wrong. But comparatively between the men's and the women's, I'm happy to sit here a little bit because I'm not doing the next game. But comparatively between the men's and the women's competition is a lot easier to win than the men's because there's 17 teams compared to, 10 teams now, and a lot of those teams are still very freshly developed teams. It'll take a little bit to get into it. So the women's game is not impossible. We were close to winning one the other year. But the men's one, we are so far off it, it's not funny. We actually, you know what's funny? We can't be further off of it. We couldn't actually be further off it. We are 17th right now. There is a new team coming in 2027 or 2028, and then the other team is coming in 2028 or 2029. And then there's going to be another team that comes in within a couple of years of that. So where do we fit in? If we are 17th right now, they're about to bring in Papua New Guinea. They're about to bring in Perth. They're going to be mustering for players. And then we've got a second New Zealand team potentially coming in. So there's 3 new teams coming in. It's the fans' fault still, though, isn't it? We are 17th position on the table. 17th position on the table. There's no excuses. I remember Steve Mitchell came in before the season started. There are no excuses this year. Lack of depth sounds like an excuse to me. And not our fault. Appreciate you, Kai and Lazarus. Appreciate you, bro. Someone says, where is even the step forward at the board up putting their hand up? Got Desi as a coach and good roster. I think that it's a good roster in certain positions. I think that the forwards should be better, but I don't think that we have a solidified halves issue. I think that JC and AJ are being treated as a patch job band-aid for Zane Harrison coming in a few years when he's ready. But it's like you're putting so much pressure on an 18-year-old kid to save an entire franchise. the one, it's like, okay, if is AJ going to be 6? If he's not going to be 6, well, where's he going to go? Because he's signed until 2030. But he's not going to go fullback because Keanu King's going to be the fullback. You know, Loffy is one of the better try scorers across the entirety of the competition right now, but who's getting him the ball? You know, the defense is just atrocious. Like, defensively, we just gave 40 points again. We have given up the most points to the competition this year. 270 points we've given up. That's not including the 40 points we just gave up just then. Was it 40 or 44? It was 40, wasn't it? It was 40. So we have given up 310 points across the competition this year. That is worse than the Eels, that is worse than the Knights, that's worse than the Dolphins, that's worse than every single other team in the competition. And yet, they say they're developing. Develop these nuts, man. Why don't you develop a set of cojones to actually internally look at this club and recognize that you promise something you cannot deliver, and you need to start adjusting what we are as a club. You need to. You need to start adjusting what we are as a club. They're going backwards. Congratulations on coming back from 20-0 down against the Newcastle Knights last week, who are third last on a power ranking system, are toe-and-toe with us for the worst team in the competition. Man. For Dewey Outseers, there's Maroons 32, New South Wales, nil. I would hope so. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'd hope so for Tui. That'd be good fun. But yeah, there is no step forward, man. Our rosters should be 17th is spot on. Someone. There are more rosters that should be lower. But, yeah. I hate that we're finishing off the week this way because I'm not doing the Tigers Rabbitohs game, but I appreciate you guys. Yeah, look, it's hard, man. I appreciate you. Obviously, that thumbs up button and subscribe. I love this team. I love this community. Fuck the organisation. But everyone else involved with this Gold Coast club, I'm in it with you, man. And I just want the best for our community. I just want the best for our fans. I want the best for the people who support with us. And I'll always back in this team, bro. So, yeah, no matter what you might think of me, I appreciate your support as usual. But I will see you guys next time. I'll probably jump on tomorrow for like a live stream tipping video or something. I actually probably will because I'll be in a more comfortable space and whatnot to do it. But yeah, alright guys. Love ya, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.